Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to film this video today. So I'm talking about my 15 most anticipated cozy mystery releases for the second half of 2024. If you missed the first half, I'll link that video above. Let's hop into the first one, which involves Christmas and Scotland. So our first one is from a series I personally really love, and that is the Scottish Shire mystery series by Traci Hall. This is called Murder at a Scottish Christmas. This is book 6 in the series, and it's coming out in September on the 24th. So this takes place in a charming seaside village in Scotland. Our main character is Paisley. She's a single mother to her son, Brody, and she also has her grandfather who lives with her, who's kind of down on his luck, and all Paisley wants for Christmas is for her new home to be finished, but it looks like she'll have to wait for New Year's Day. Whether the paint on the walls has dried or not, she'll host a feast for her 12-year-old son Brody, Grandpa, the Black Scottish Terrier Wallace, and friends, including police station receptionist Amelia Henry and her brother McCormick, whose black locks can fulfill the Scottish first-footer tradition that a tall, dark-haired man should be the first person to enter your home on New Year's to bring good luck. Unfortunately, McCormick's luck is about to run out. During Hogmanay, where the Scots welcome the new year with dancing, bonfires, and midnight fireworks, he collapses as the sky brightens in a blaze of color. A shooter has used the noise of the fireworks to hide a gun's blast, and Amelia is completely besides herself, so Paisley vows to do whatever she can to help the DI solve the murder, even if it puts her in the killer's sights next. How darling is Wallace here on the cover. Oh my goodness, Scottish Terriers. I don't think I could deal with the hair, but they are so cute. If you are interested in learning a little bit more about this series, I read one of the books in this series recently in a pet sitting vlog, so I'll link that above for you. So this one is by a pretty popular author, and this one also takes place at Christmas. I promise most of these don't take place at Christmas, but we just happen to have two in a row. This is by Benjamin Stevenson, and this is called Everyone This Christmas Has a Secret. It's coming out on October 22nd. This is part of his Everyone in My Family Has Murdered Someone mystery series. So I personally didn't love book 1, but I want to try book 2 in this series just because the premise is so good, so I'm going to give it a try, but I wanted to include this just because it sounds fun. Basically, our main character, Ernest, is back, and he has recently solved some murders around his family members and on a train and stuff like that, and he's just looking for a relaxing Christmas like most people probably want, right? But he is now on the backstage of a world-famous magician whose benefactor was just murdered, and the list of suspects is through the roof, and they're all professional tricksters. So you have magicians, you have stagehands, you have hypnotists, you have identical twins, you have all these really tricky suspects. So that is kind of the premise for this one. I just wanted to include that. Oh, this next one, I'm caught up on the series. I'm so excited for this. And if you like dogs in your cozies, oh, so cute. This one's called A Cup of Flour, A Pinch of Death, a Baker Street mystery. It's book 3 in the series, written by Valerie Burns, and this is coming out on July 23rd, 2024. So this takes place on the shores of Lake Michigan, and influencer Maddie Montgomery has turned the bakery she inherited from her great-aunt Octavia into a destination. Thanks to her social media savvy, Baby Cake's bakery is becoming a huge success, so much so that she's attracted the attention of her former nemesis, the fiancé stealing Brandy. When Brandy blows into New Bison like an ill wind and disrupts a vlog Maddie's filming, their argument goes viral. After Brandy's body is found in the freezer at Baby Cake's, Maddie instantly goes from viral sensation to murder suspect. As Maddie is still reeling from the murder, a stranger shows up at the bakery claiming to have been a friend of Octavia, who is her great aunt. He believes Maddie is in danger, and then a second body washes up on the lake shore, and it seems clear someone's out to kill to keep a secret, and it may have to do with Maddie's great aunt. So alongside her aunt's friends, the Baker Street Irregulars, the sheriff, and her vet boyfriend Michael, not to mention her English Mastiff Baby, she's going to do some digging and root out whoever is behind the killing. I love the covers for this series. I can't even express how much. I think they're so cute. And then Baby the Mastiff is hilarious. It's great. I recommend this series so much. Next, we have one by Ellie Alexander. So a new Bakeshop mystery is coming out this year. This one's called Sticks and Scones. This is book 19 in the series, and it's coming out on August 20th, 2024. And I'm particularly excited for this one. It takes place during late spring and it involves her friend Lance. So our main character is Jules. She helps her mom run the Bakeshop tour in Ashland, Oregon. It is one of the most seasonally driven, like atmospheric cozies. It's just Tort, and the town of Ashland is beautiful. It's based on a real town, but absolutely stunning. There's a lot of Shakespearean elements, and her friend Lance is like a theater director in town. He's working with a new crew of actors and actresses, and they're putting on a performance when tragedy strikes, when the leading actor ends up having his final curtain call, and Jules gets involved in the case. So love this. I'm a big fan of the series. I'm not quite caught up on it, but I've read most of it and I just love it. This one I just saw the announcement for like within this last week, and I'm so excited. It's for the Royal Spyness mystery series by Rhys Bowen, which is one of my all-time favorite historical fiction cozy mystery series. This one's called We Three Queens. It's book 18 in the series, and this one is coming out on November 18th, 2024. So our main character in this is Lady Georgie, or Georgiana, but everyone calls her Georgie, and she has recently become a new mother. She settled down at this beautiful estate with her husband, and life was going pretty well until some drama ensues. And basically the king at the time is King Edward. This takes place in 1936 in London, and he is fallen in love with the divorced and even more scandalously American Wallis Simpson. So it is based on some real life events, and apparently King Edward is friends with Georgie's husband. So then they basically agree to hide Wallis in their estate while he kind of figures things out. What they didn't know was that the man who kind of gave them the estate, Sir Hubert, actually arranged for a film crew to be filming a documentary about King Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn on their estate. So now they're trying to hide Wallis with this film crew going everywhere, and it's dramatic, I'm sure. And then one of the stars of the film set is found murdered at the estate. So that is the premise for this one. I am very excited. I love a lot of elements of this, and I can't wait to see how it goes. This next one, oh, I know I keep saying I'm so excited, but this one, it's got Butterball the cat. This is the Deep Dish Mystery Series, and this is book 4 in the series, written by Mindy Quigley. It's called Sleep in Heavenly Pizza, and it's coming out on October 22nd, 2024. And this takes place with Delilah O'Leary and her cat Butterball. They are getting into the holiday spirit as Geneva Bay, Wisconsin hosts the nation's premier snow sculpting championship. The annual event transforms the charming resort town into a wonderland of snow castles, ice rinks, and cozy cups of cocoa. On the eve of the festival, though, a too good to be true Christmas catering gig brings some frosty tidings and heralds an unexpected visit from Delilah's high-intensity older sister. Suddenly it seems that the holidays may not be the happiest season of all, and when one of the town's snowy sculptures reveals a chilling surprise, murder threatens to put the celebrations and Delilah's crew on ice for good. Butterball is worth his weight in gold. He is the most adorable, like, cozy cat companion. I adore him. And I love Delilah O'Leary. She's kind of on the fiery, spunky, she's a little more abrasive, but she's got a heart of gold, and I just love her. And her chef, Sonia, is really great, so I'm really excited for the next one. I'm caught up on the series, and it's so good. Another series I'm caught up on that I can't wait for the next book. This is the Tita Rosie's Kitchen Mystery Series. It's book 5 in the series. It's called Guilt and Ginataan. So this one does take place in the fall, which is perfect with the release date. This one takes place during the Shady Palms corn festival in town. So there's all the traditional things you would think of for festivals, lots of delicious food, and a corn maze. And Leela and her Bruja Cafe crew, her 2 friends who run the place, are really excited. They even make a wager to see which one of them can make it through the corn maze the fastest. Well, tragedy strikes when Adina, who's one of the Bruja Cafe members and owners, is found unconscious with the murder weapon next to the body of a local politician's wife. And she is in hot water because she's an immediate suspect because of, how close she was to the bodies. She has got the murder weapon. Obviously, it's not looking too good for her. So Leela knows her best friend had nothing to do with this, and she gets involved in the murder case. So excited. The series is really good. It's got a little bit more of an edge to it. It discusses a little bit more serious topics than a lot of cozies, but it's very modern, it's very fun, and I just love the family and the camaraderie in this series, and Leela's such a great character. This next one is part of the Noodle Shop mystery series, which you guys know is one of my all-time favorites. It's written by Vivien, Chien, and this is book 10 in the Noodle Shop mystery series, and it's coming out on July 23rd, 2024. So Lana's one of my favorite sleuths ever. She is really great. I think she's in her late 20s, and she helps manage her family's noodle shop in this plaza, which is called Asia Village. There's lots of different Asian like restaurants. There's like a spa, there's a bookshop, like lots of different stores and stuff. And it's coming up on the Chinese New Year. So alongside this man who's like kind of the manager for Asia Village, Ian, she helps him to really put on this event. They're gonna bring a lot of like, you know, positivity and fun with this holiday celebration. They got fireworks, they got a live band, everything. But unfortunately, a member of the lion dance performance team is found dead backstage after the fireworks with a bullet to the chest, it sounds like, and he also has an envelope containing $4 bills, which is like an omen of death. So Lana agrees to investigate the case and to clear the Asia Village like plaza's name and everything. And I just love this series. Also, she has a pug. I love it. This next one is great if you are a bookish fan. This one is a series I haven't read. It's book 2 in the series. It's called the Starlit Bookshop Mystery, and this is called In the Event of Murder by Cynthia Kuhn, and it's coming out on August 20th, 2024. It takes place in Silvercrest, Colorado. So the town itself is nestled on the banks of a breathtaking Rocky Mountain River. There's lots of boutiques and galleries, and it's just a book lover's paradise. And our main character, Emma, stars. She is a bookseller and literary event planner, and she's really excited about this annual Silvercrest Library Gala, which is a glamorous evening with celebrities, including the legendary Whitney Wilton, who is on the hit crime show Chasers, and her niece, party planner to be, Lyra Wilton. Gala Week is full of exciting activities. They're honoring both page and screen, and Library Board President Tabitha Baxter is basking in the glory of her successful launch until Lyra is found dead. The gala is only days away, and the board asks Emma for help, despite Tabitha, her long-standing nemesis, bristling over the choice. Emma agrees, even though she's already in charge of a classic mystery panel at her family's bookstore, which is already having its own issues, but Whitney, who is aware of Emma's sleuthing skills, begs her to find the killer. The case continues to grow more complicated with the disappearance of several priceless objects, an attack on one of the attending celebrities, and other predicaments. So Emma keeps searching for clues while handling every unexpected twist and turn leading up to the extravagant affair. But when the guests step into the red carpet, a killer still lurks in the shadows, and murder just might become the main event. So I had never heard of this series before, but it's book 2, so I really want to see if my library has book 1. It sounds amazing. Let me know if you're familiar with this series, because I've never heard anything about it, but it looks so cool. This next one is from a recent favorite new series of mine, and that is the Tea Shop Mystery Series by Laura Childs. This is called Peach Tea Smash, and it's coming out on August 6th, 2024. And it involves an Alice in Wonderland themed event. So there is a Mad Hatter masquerade, and our main character Theodosia is participating in this. She's a tea shop owner. She's a very thoughtful, a little bit more mature sleuth, and I just love her as a person. She's very well spoken. And in this one, a chairwoman's husband is actually hit over the head and murdered. And Theodosia gets involved in the case, but she quickly realizes that the husband may not have been the intended target. It might have been his son, because his son is like a slum landlord, and he actually was in a boating accident recently where he maybe hurt someone or something along those lines, maybe worse, I don't know. But that's kind of the general premise for this. I love this series. It's so well written and just elegant. I just love it. So I'm really excited for this, even though it's going to take me a very long time to actually get to reading this one, because I'm on book, like, I just finished book 3 in the series, so I got a ways to go. This next one is by Olivia Blacke. It is a paranormal mystery. It has like a paranormal element. It's called A New Lease on Death, and it's coming out on October 29th, 2024. This is the first book in this new series. So I am not a huge paranormal fan, but this one sounds hilarious. It's described as a darkly funny, cozy mystery. Our main character is Ruby, and she is a very perky woman in her 20s. She's just moved into this new apartment, and she's never met a houseplant that she couldn't kill. Which I have to say made me laugh when I was reading the description, because I've killed a few houseplants. I don't have a green thumb. Let's just say that. But her apartment comes with a catch. One, there's a dead body found on the sidewalk recently, and this is one of her neighbors, Jake. And then 2, this woman named Cordelia Graves was found dead in her apartment, the apartment that Ruby is now in, months before, and she has decided to haunt the place. And Cordelia, the ghost, suspects that Jake's death was like a murder. and she wants to solve it, but she begrudgingly needs the help of Ruby, who can actually, leave the apartment, go interview people, use the laptop to research things on Jake, etc. So the two of them have to kind of bond together to solve this mystery, and I just love like a begrudging sleuthing duo, so I think this could be really fun. And then you guys know I had to include this. I love the Cheese Shop Mystery Series by Korina. This one is called Fondue or Die. It's book 5 in the Cheese Shop Mystery Series, and it's coming out on October 22nd, 2024. And this takes place during the lazy, hazy, dairy days of summer in Sonoma Valley. So it sounds like every Labor Day weekend, the neighbor to Yarrow Glen, where the cheese shop is at, hosts this annual bash called Dairy Days, and Willa and her cheese shop, Curds and Whey, refuse to miss out on the fun. So they're thrilled to celebrate her favorite thing. She is a cheesemonger after all, and the festival goes all out. Butter sculptures, goat races, cheese wheel relays, even a Miss Dairy pageant. Too bad the pageant runner, Nadine, is treating Dairy Days prep like it's fondue or die, and is putting everyone around her on edge. When Willa finds Nadine's dead body under years' worth of ceramic milk jugs, the police aren't sure whether the death was an accident. But fingers are pointing at Willa's employee, Miss Schultz, who steps in to help the pageant after Nadine's death. Someone wanted Nadine out of the way, and Willa is going to find out who. This series is like a warm hug. It is so charming. It's so delicious. I love cheese, and Willa is just such a lovely character, so definitely recommend this. I'm caught up on the series. Cannot wait for this book. Next, we have one by Richard Osman. This one is called We Solve Murders, a novel. It's coming out on September 17th, 2024. And this is a brand new series with a iconic detective duo. So this one involves Steve Wheeler and Amy Wheeler, and the relationship is that he is her father-in-law, and Steve is retired. He's left the adrenaline-filled business of security. He loves his routine. He likes his crosswords. He likes it mellow, but things are about to change. Amy, on the other hand, is in her adrenaline era. She is loving life. She's a security officer basically, and she is working to protect this author on a remote island, and it should be a pretty easy job until a dead body appears, a bag of money appears, and she reaches out to the only person she knows can help her, Steve. So Steve races across the world to help her, and that is the premise for this. I think this sounds so good, and I'm really excited for it. Okay, this next one, I've never read this series or this author, but there is a resident bison, and that's all you need to tell me. Look at this cover. It's so cute. It's called Poisoned by the Book, a North Dakota library mystery. It's book 2 in the series. This is coming out on July 18th, 2024. So this is described as a good cozy mystery if you like quirky characters, a resident bison, and if you like bookish mysteries. So all those things sound wonderful to me. And our main character in this is Thea, and she's really excited because there's this fundraising event for her local library in North Dakota, and she is getting involved in this, and it's going really well until the resident buffalo shows up and kind of disrupts the event, which she's not thrilled about, but things go from annoying to worse when she finds a body. So can she find the killer before they strike again? I mean, how cute is this cover? It's adorable. Like this, I know you're not supposed to judge a book by its cover, but this is absolutely, I judge cozies by their covers, okay? They're adorable. That sucks me in. Okay, and then last but not least, we have one that's like cozy fantasy with a mystery, so it's still like a cozy mystery, but I just looked so good I had to include it. It's called The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julia Leong, and this is coming out on November 5th, 2024, and it's described as perfect for readers of Travis Baltree and Sangu Miandon. So our main character in this is Tao, and she is a wandering fortune teller who has learned over time to stick to giving small fortunes. So, things like the weather, or, is this boy gonna kiss somebody? Nothing too big, because the big fortunes come with big consequences. Well, she's roped in by this retired or reformed thief and an ex-mercenary who recruit her to help them find a lost boy. And as she gets involved with them, she also comes across a baker who ends up helping them out, and a magical cat. So many elements there. I'm so excited for it. All of them have big hearts, and she is starting to get more and more involved and invested in their life after years of wandering, and she's also coming to terms with her past during this. So there is a bit of a mystery element to it, but I think it's a little bit more cozy fantasy. with a mystery, but I had to include it because it just looked like such a good time, and I know a lot of you also enjoy other cozy reads. So that is my list. This was such a hard one to narrow down. If I missed anything you're really excited about, let me know what releases you're most excited about for the last half of this year, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I do post new content every single week on my channel, all within the bookish realm, so anything with mysteries, whether that's cozy mysteries, murder mysteries, thrillers. I do new cozy mystery release videos every month, and I hope you'll stick around. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!